Halloween Horror Nights has been distancing itself from its successful and proven strategies from leading with originals, breaking the even split of intellectual properties, to bluntly obvious money grab add-ons. So are we preparing for the worst year of Halloween Horror Nights history? Welcome back to Edutainment. My name's Eddie, and today we're taking the Caretaker's scalpel and dissecting some of the changes to the Halloween Horror Nights strategy and the impact that it may have on the event. We have 5 major changes that we'll be discussing. As well, at the end, we'll discuss any positives that may come from these changes, if any. But before that, let's do a breakdown of what has worked for them in the past. By now, most of the hardcore fans have become accustomed to the Halloween Horror Nights marketing approach to build anticipation and bring more people to the event. Yes, over the year, there have been some tweaks and changes along the way, but for the most part, you know what to expect. It all starts with the infamously titled and kind of debunked announcement season. Let's turn our attention to the first ominous change gripping Halloween Horror Nights: the vanishing act of the once revered announcement season. In its heyday, this season was a labyrinth of cryptic puzzles and tantalizing messages, a masterstroke of marketing that captivated fans and spun speculation into excitement. However, in recent years, notably the last 3, this integral part of Halloween Horror Nights' allure has dwindled to near obscurity, with each passing year seeing less emphasis and fanfare. Now, as we stand at the precipice of another season with its absence keenly felt, one must ponder: is this the harbinger of Halloween Horror Nights' darkest hours? Could the death of anticipation mark a seismic shift towards a future where the thrill of anticipation is sacrificed for expediency? As we dissect this crucial change, we question: is Halloween Horror Nights forsaking its roots, risking the very essence of what once made it the beacon of horror excellence? Another pivotal shift in the trajectory of Halloween Horror Nights revolves around its departure from the established strategy of leading with intellectual properties in its announcements. Beginning with the groundbreaking partnership in 2018 that brought Stranger Things to the forefront, Halloween Horror Nights embraced a formula where each subsequent year prominently featured a marquee IP to anchor its marketing blitz. This approach not only attracted a surge of newcomers unfamiliar with the event's origins, but also complemented the loyal fan base that thrived in the thrills of fresh intellectual property integration. However, as we confront the current season, there is a notable deviation. For the first time in recent memory, Halloween Horror Nights has eschewed unveiling its lineup with an intellectual property. This strategic pivot causes intrigue, potentially signifying a year that is catered to its core audience. Could this recalibration signify a renewed emphasis on cultivating experiences tailored to the seasoned fans who have long championed the event and spine-chilling allure? As we unravel this strategic shift, we delve into whether Halloween Horror Nights is forging a path back to its roots, rekindling the intimate horror that captivated its early enthusiasts. Building on the unsettling evolution of Halloween Horror Nights, another seismic change emerges: the abandonment of its historical event split between intellectual properties and originals. In the past, Halloween Horror Nights meticulously crafted a balance of terror and horror amongst its 10 houses that it would typically announce, with them typically being an even split of 5 intellectual properties and 5 original properties. However, this year marks a conspicuous deviation from that tactic, opening its doors with 6 original properties, leaving a scant 4 slots open for intellectual properties. This departure raises a similar question to the last. Is this a deliberate return to the event's core roots, designed to re-engage the foundational fan base? Or could financial constraints be steering this course correction, transforming what was once a creative choice into a necessity driven by budgetary constraints? As we dissect this pivotal shift, we confront the possibility that Halloween Horror Nights' evolution may be as much about fiscal pragmatism as it is about rekindling the horror legacy. Another alarming trend that is gripping Halloween Horror Nights is its persistent escalation of ticket prices. While annual price increases are commonplace for a major event, the magnitude of these hikes, particularly in the lower tier tickets and express passes, has reached staggering proportions. Previously, single night tickets would start around $70 and peak around $90, but now they command a starting price of $83, soaring all the way up to $123 for peak nights. Express passes, once priced approximately at $90, now demand between $140 and $190 depending on the night, reflecting an increase that outstrips inflation rates. Multiple night tickets have not been spared either, witnessing hikes over 40% from one year to the next. Furthermore, discounts that were usually given to annual pass holders like myself and many of you watching are no longer applicable to regular tickets or multi-night tickets. Now they're limited to just their VIP experiences like RIP tours or Unmasking the Horror. These substantial cost escalations raise huge questions. Are these price hikes sustainable for the average attendee? Is the event risking alienating its loyal fan base, people who have faithfully supported the event for years? Now turning to the new events that have been introduced this year, their success can really pivot on whether or not Halloween Horror Nights can be on its way to having its best year or its worst year yet. Firstly, we have their Unmasking the Horror Tour, which is a daytime lights-on tour of select houses chosen by Universal Studios for people to be toured through so that they could see all of the little intricate details that go into making the houses at Halloween Horror Nights. And for the first year ever, they're actually offering dates for you to go check this out before the event even starts. Traditionally, this tour has been held back up till after the event starts. You could book it the day after opening night, which typically helps preserve the surprise and awe of the houses coming to the event. While offering this experience early, I'm sure is going to have a huge fan base that is going to be trying to get themselves the tickets to the Unmasking the Horror Tour early. It also risks potentially spoiling the event for some of the people that would prefer to have a fresh event when they experience the houses for the first time. Social media posts and reviews can inadvertently release details that can detract from the event's mystique. Secondly, we have the premiere of the new Premium Screams event, which comes in at a steep $350. Marketed as an event that is limited access with post lines and complimentary food, this is the ultimate experience for Halloween Horror Nights. The concept of shorter lines and premium scares does sound appealing, addressing a common complaint of really long lines during regular nights. However, the success of this event hinges on crucial factors yet to be tested. Will attendance truly be limited as advertised, and can Universal Studios effectively manage operations to maintain short waits? Controlling crowd flow is a formidable challenge, particularly if the demand exceeds expectation or a specific house becomes unexpectedly popular. Even with reduced capacity and post-entry, the risk of extended waits remains a possibility, potentially disappointing attendees who paid a premium for an enhanced experience. As we scrutinize these new additions, we must ponder: are these innovations enhancing the event's appeal, or are they experimental ventures that are exacerbating existing concerns? The outcome of these new events may hold the key to whether or not Halloween Horror Nights will continue to live up to its storied legacy or fall short of what it should have been. In conclusion, this year's Halloween Horror Nights faces pivotal changes that could define its legacy. From the disappearance of announcement season to the significant shift in ticket pricing and the announcement of new events, the landscape of Halloween Horror Nights is evolving. These changes, if successful, have the potential to elevate the event to new heights, particularly innovations like the premium nights that will be offering enhanced experiences for the attendees. However, the stakes are equally high and the risk of disappointment looms large if these premium events fail to deliver as promised. Whether it's managing crowd expectation with new events or seamlessly operating a premium event, the outcome remains uncertain. The outcome could either solidify this year as Halloween Horror Nights' best or worst year ever. Ultimately, only time will tell how these changes resonate with attendees and fans alike. as we await the opening of Halloween Horror Nights and to experience these changes firsthand, we'll witness whether Halloween Horror Nights 2024 ends up being the resurgence of horror excellence or a cautionary tale of missed opportunities. Now, I do have to end this with saying I'm a huge fan of the event. This in no way is me saying that Halloween Horror Nights is terrible. If anything, I bring new people to the event year over year and talk about this year round. So I'm really a lover and a fanatic of Halloween Horror Nights and really just want to see it do its best. But a couple of these things have been a little bit alarming for me. The disappearance of announcement season and now the changes that have been going on this year have all been interesting and kind of just have me piqued as far as interest to see how everything unravels. I think at the end of the day, Universal and the team, the creative team over at Halloween Horror Nights will do an amazing job with the event, and they never cease to surprise me. Just this year has a huge difference in the approach. It does seem like there is some financial constraints. It may be because of the coming theme park Epic Universe. Maybe they're just kind of tightening up while they're doing the final touches to that theme park, and they're pulling away some of the money from a major event like Halloween Horror Nights, or maybe it's something else. But at the moment, I'm just kind of piqued in interest as to what is kind of driving all these changes this year. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the upcoming Halloween Horror Nights. Stay tuned to navigate through the scares and surprises that lie ahead. Up till then, brace yourself for the unknown and let's see what nightmares wait for us in the fog. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?